Westworld, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world. Got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then chains. So when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have a deep squad. Been rapping since knee high. Now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire. When you hear it, you get baptized. One Westworld, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the glow glow. Let's have a feast. Let's shine on our enemies. Right in their face. Let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we have, but we come from half not. Throw that cash on the ground, my nigga, let's cast lots. I started from the bottom, birthed out of mud, raised by gangsters, turned out a thug. I ain't give a fuck. Burnt out I was from hitting licks in and out and selling nicks in the drought.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world. Got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording where your guest just had terrible internet issues? They were blurry.
Good night. Yeah, bitch. You already know who it is. They say the man with the 45, he beat with the man with the rifle, huh? Man, it ain't about what sword you got, it's about the man with the sword, you dumb fuck. Get your shit together. Hey, hey, war. Killer be kid, boy, I'm a menace. I call it down, but it's still in me. Tool at your head, boy, like a dentist. These boys rainbow, yeah, they feel me. How can I show love to my enemy? I know these boys out trying to get me. It's a man down, but it ain't me. War. Killer be kid, boy, life is war. Come around the corner and I'm looking slow. I'm talking my prayer like it up close. I bring their heads off with the sword. Bring that bitch back to the Lord. I bring that bitch back to the Lord. Yeah, I bring that bitch back to the Where's the bitches? I got my take up like I'm sicking. Yeah, I took the decision. I made my mind up like I'm sleeping. AR-15, yeah, I caused a commotion. My tit looking miss like new potion. She got a demotion. Rub on her, I need some lotion. I stroke on her ocean slow motion. Now I'm exploding. I caused a collision. I'm too high like foreign train mission. Yeah, I'm sipping. I see your motherfucking vision. These boys keep talking that bitch and I pull up like pigeons. Like, where the brand and understand that. I slap on the top of my enemies. Yeah, I already said that. Halo is head, yeah, but don't take my kindness for weakness. Yeah, I get it, I got it. I'm falsified. I'm my own pilot. I don't need no stylist. Roll up on me and you drop it. We can do the straight hand like I'm coming. I mean, I got that body hot lava. It's lava. My silence a profit. Red out and stocking. Just know I've been under something. I look at you, boy. You ain't nothing. I be like, war. Killer be kid, boy, I'm a menace. I call it down, but it's still in me. Tool at your head, boy, like a dentist. These boys rainbow, yeah, they feel me. How can I show love to my enemy? I know these boys out trying to get me. It's a man down, but it ain't me. War. Killer be kid, boy, life is war. Come around the corner and I'm looking slow. I'm talking my prayer like it up close. I bring their heads off with the sword. Bring that bitch back to the Lord. I bring that bitch back to the Lord. Yeah, I bring that bitch back to the She asked me what I do, I'm always busy. I say I'm getting my weight up, obesity. She wanna come around and wanna visit. She talking through a pussy on, listen, I'm all black. Yeah, counting racks. Yeah, 223, keep that air on my lap. Yeah, I'm riding through Cracker Village full of tech. But they don't want no fucking smoke, so I'll relax. Yeah, I take a nap, bitch. You looking sad. You may not see me, but my voice on every track. Yeah, just like a tag, bitch. Your bitch a has been. Where in the world I stepped on her like a Mac. Yeah, you dumb motherfucker.
Damn, man, we did that one.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my houses Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see the rhythm in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous up for a brand new pair of bellows.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
Yeah, cuz it's on 12.
You know, Kat lives there now. Our connection is based on spiritual, not physical intimacy.
You don't miss it? Sex is beautiful. Like the noises. Oh.
Joyride, July 7th.
Yeah, you might want to look in the back of the putting the straight or what.
Babylon is falling. To rise no more. Babylon is falling. To rise no more. Falling. To rise no more. Falling. To rise no more. constantly searching for peace. My people just want to be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That line nigga in the pulpit. Same shit, but different day. I speak truth, they come to play.
Break it
You
down
in the
to
way,
how
better move,
like
nigga. That follow
they
the
don't
way,
think
gon' be
it
cool, nigga.
applies to
Say
them
you're gonna get that
because
tool, nigga.
they
Matter of fact,
Christianity
get you by
applies.
two, nigga. You see the
We got to
signs that's in
replace that
front of
trend
you.
of that train
That's
of
the
thought
world
with
from up
the
under
truth.
you.
It'll teach itself. You know, speak with another brother.
What you gonna do? You heard it? Now listen. Your life, my business. You are my brother. We need each other. This truth, I live it. I will defend it. You are my brother. You are my brother. Yo, Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling, falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Hey, my brother. Get your hands up, it's a war now. Take a good look at this world. It's time to go hard, don't be scared now. I know you're feeling the stress. Look on your face here, and I need some help. But we made it happen with less. You and my blood, I feel what you felt. Destruction on every corner. Every day I feel like a loner. Keeping the faith, that is my armor. This is a test, but nothing can harm you. Don't be scared of truth when you hear it. Don't compromise your spirit. Don't be trying to live like these white folks. Don't be trying to chill with these white folks. Brotherhood is a weapon, and that's the shit that I stand for. If you keep the law and live it, now you a nigga I'll stand for. Got no time for that fake shit. That shit I can't stand, bro. Still believe in that flag. So what the hell do you stand for? Yeah. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I did it, nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, up some solid circle, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried. I got rank for there, I got real soldiers, kill folk, and nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, Princess Marriage, they ain't quiet.
I'm ready. Check. Y'all give me a one in the chat box if y'all can hear me, Bob Kashaw. Everybody tune in. If you can, y'all can hear my voice. Give me a one in the chat box. Comment, like, subscribe, man. Share the link. If you tune in right now, you tune into I.S.U.P.K. Fayetteville. Go ahead and share the link to your Facebook and your all your social media, Bob Kashaw. Oh, y'all give me a second, Bob Kashaw. I'm trying to share this, make sure we share the link. This truth has to go out in the earth, man. Right. The kingdom cometh not by observation, man. It come by doing the work. You can't sit around thinking change is gonna come to you just because it's in your brain. it's something that you said to yourself in the mirror. Don't be like, who is it, Sam Cooke? The change gonna come? Yeah, don't just sing about it, man. You got to actually put in some work if you want change to happen. If you want change to happen, it has to be an effort. It has to be an action. You know? And oftentimes we get caught up with the idea of what we think change is or what makes us feel good. But how many of us are actually willing to do the work? How many of us are really gonna tap in and be like, I'm gonna give it my all to make sure that whatever that I'm doing is it motivates me or pushes me in the direction of change, like real change, not the change by, I ain't talking about the change that you get from spending $1, huh? Hold on, let me make sure I'm sending this out. I got a lot going on in Israel, brother. I'll say that the fact that we know that there's a lot going on is also a reason why we should push ourselves to do this work. Yeah, push ourselves to do this work, man. You gotta kind of overextend yourself to do this work. Hold on. I'm coming, Kodon. I'm trying to share this thing so that way, John Muhammad always said, you doing this work, it didn't happen if it ain't on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do it if it ain't on the internet. All right, so with that being said, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah, to the Akim, to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Alathan, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, to the sisters, Baruch Shah. Man, we, once again, this I.S.U.P.K started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating up under command and Junior YAHANNA. If you're not in I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. What is the truth? The truth is the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian descend from the greatest nation of people that ever walked this face or ever walked the face of the earth, this planet. Now, who was that? That's the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. As a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you belong to the nation of Israel. We've been lied to. We bought into different identities. We follow different ideologies. We take on different idols. We follow different cultures. We took on different religions, bywords, proverbs. All those things have nothing to do with us and who we really are. And the conditioning in the earth that we've chosen to lay in or fall in is because of our disobedience. You understand? So we doing this work of the Lord. We really got to put the best foot forward, if I may. But us not knowing where to lay our feet at is a problem, Kodon. You ever been on a walk trying to get to where you're going, or you got a specific journey or a destination you're trying to get to, and you putting your feet down, but you can't seem to get any traction, right? It's 9 out of 10, you have on the wrong shoes. Or either you're going in the wrong direction, right? And that's what happens without this truth, man. We've been lied to thinking that we're African Americans. You look in the scriptures, you don't find African American in this Bible nowhere. You don't find it in there. If you believe in the Most High, you believe in the Bible. If you believe in the Most High power, God, you believe in God, right? You know, so many of us say, I believe in God. But are you making the necessary steps in the right direction to prove what you're saying? Or are you just using what you think you know about what you've been taught? And so many of us just take fragments of what we think we heard throughout life and apply it, you know what I'm saying, and say we know the Bible. No, you don't. You know John 3:16, and that's about it. And you don't know that. And guess what? It's not your fault, though. And that's the thing. We have to get to a point where you understand your shortcomings often are not your fault. If we live with the proverb of when you know better, you should what? Do better. So many of our people, man, we leave this earth and we question like our purpose in the earth because we bought on the lies of this empire, man. Whether it's you believing that the earth was flat or the earth was round. Whether you believe in there's a secret government behind some wall making decisions about your life. Well, what decisions are you making about your life? You got to wait till the government, you know what I'm saying, what's behind the wall to make a decision about your life. What about your life? What are you doing with your life right now? I'm reminded we talk about the truth of this earth, man. So many of us, fell into following, what they call it, the so-called Father's Day yesterday. If you celebrated Father's Day yesterday, let this be the last Father's Day you celebrated. Father's Day fall into idol worship. And it just didn't start with you having a father thinking like, oh yeah, my father is special. There's a lot of brothers out there that don't even know their fathers. A lot of sisters that don't know their fathers. So they don't get a chance to have a Father's Day. Some of our people have terrible relationships with their father. You would rather have the truth, knowing what real fatherhood is about, than versus the quote unquote the experience of Father's Day. You understand? If you can really have a good relationship with your father versus buying a goddamn tie or a pair of Stacey Adams once a year, then for you and your father to have a real relationship, I guarantee you wouldn't celebrate Father's Day. When the truth in I.S.U.P.K, we teach our brothers and sisters that guess what? Father's Day is every day. Mother's Day is every day. Children's Day is every day. Meaning what? We extend the love to our brothers and sisters every single day. You don't wait for the oppressor to identify what day or what time you should reach out and tell your father that you love him. You don't wait for the magic bell for somebody to tell you that you love them, man. Give me the history of Father's Day. We're gonna get into the topic. I'm gonna get into the topic of to whom much is given, much is required. I want to get in this. I want to tap into Father's Day real quick, Quadon, because we teach the truth of the Bible, so it's good that we go into these scriptures and break it down, so our people can see. I ain't just up here blowing hot air. You know what I'm talking about? Check. You got it. I don't know if you can. I don't know that's the Wikipedia one or that which one you got? The Botanical. You can try that one. Let me see what you got. It's dead. It's right there. That's 3, okay?
Check.
All right, go
check.
ahead. Hey, give me a 1 if y'all can hear the brother read Bible show. Come on.
Check. This is the Britannica of Father's Day. It says in the United States, holiday, third Sunday in June to honor the fathers. Credit for originating the holiday is generally given to Sonora Smart Dodd of Spokane, Washington, whose father, a Civil War veteran.
Hold on, stop. Go back just a little bit. You said something, and I definitely want to pay attention to it. I want the people who are out there listening and learning online to pay attention to what you just said. It said it is what about the lady?
It says for originate the holiday is generally given to.
It's generally given to, right?
All
right. Go ahead.
To Sonora Smart Dodd of Spokane, Washington.
See, now this empire will want you to think that the beginning of Father's Day started with this smart lady, right?
Right.
Read on.
Whose father, a Civil War veteran, raised her and her 5 siblings after their mother died in childbirth.
Right. So I read on. So like.
She is said to have the idea in 1909 while listening to a sermon on Mother's Day.
Oh, wow.
Good night.
She's listening to a sermon on what?
On Mother's Day.
So what was she thinking about after that? Go ahead.
So it says, which at the time was becoming established as a holiday.
It was what?
Becoming established as a holiday.
So somebody do me this. Find Mother's Day in the Bible. Find Father's Day in the Bible. That's why I say you go into the Bible, you turn your father and your mothers into idols when you worship them on that day.
That's right.
This is not in the Bible. If you look into the scriptures, you will not find Father's Day.
Right.
You look into the scriptures, you won't find Mother's Day. Right? Read on.
Con, sir. Local religious leaders.
Local what?
Religious leaders.
Once again, the Lord did not call us to be religious.
Right.
The Most High gave us a Bible, and it's used for laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
The Bible is a book of records that identify a specific group of people, Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, and it shows them how to live the life that the Lord wants us to live.
That's right.
What to eat, how we should treat one another,
right?
What we should celebrate,
right?
What you won't see is Father's Day and Mother's Day.
That's right.
What you will say is honor thy father, right?
That's right.
And mother. You understand? You will find that in there. Right. But how do you honor your father and your mother? Do you know? Honoring your father and mother does not have anything to do with you telling them what's right and what's wrong. Right. Honoring your father and mother has to do with when they get of age, when they cannot take care of themselves, you return the thing that they gave you as a child. You understand? That's honoring your father and your mother. Like, you take care of them. You don't just push them in a corner somewhere when they can't take care of themselves. You understand? All right? Read on.
Con. Local religious leaders.
Local religious leaders. You tell me, what have your religious leaders done for you? What have your religious leaders done for us? They show up when there's a crime somewhere, and they all put on this front like they're praying for you. They all wishing us the best. They all are part of the fight and the struggle. No, they're not. That's right. Because if these so-called religious leaders were really empathetic to the plight of Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, they would be able to look at our lives and say, you know what, I must be doing something wrong, because whatever I'm doing is not working. Right. Whatever I'm saying is not working. Whatever I'm teaching is not working. That what Al Sharpton should take a look at his portfolio and look at his closet, and you tell me the fruit that he bear, and you tell me the things that he put out in the earth, are they really working? Right. But when you talk about Commanding Junior Hunt and I.S.U.P.K, you look at the brothers in here and where they come from and where they are today. Right. We talk about real change in real life. Right. You look at the sisters that come from where they come from and the change that they make. But when you look, what they say, you can't judge a book by its cover. Come on now. Rabbits don't lay eggs, and Santa Claus don't come down no chimney. It's 2023, man. It's nothing more imperative to us waking up and finding our way back to serving the Lord, man. Right. Nothing. Us floating around not knowing who we are, not having an identity, who to pray to, what things you should have strength in, what things you should humble yourself in. When the scriptures say that we're the lost sheep of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, I understand what it means to be lost. That's right. Do you understand what it means to be lost? You ever been driving somewhere and your GPS go off and you get nervous? Like, damn, I am really lost. Right. Will this GPS please come back home? You know what I'm saying? Because what do? You begin to drive slower, don't you, Bunker, y'all? That GPS go off. If it go off too long, you'll damn near what? Pull over. Right. Huh? You begin to turn the music down. Right. You get a little nervous, right? So when you talk about doing this work of the Lord and trying to find your way in life, when it's not adding up, guess what you do? You slow down. You turn the music down. You get uncomfortable. Right? But you, as a nation of people, that uncomfortable feeling that we have, man, we gotta turn that thing all the way on. Right. It's okay to be uncomfortable, right? But once you got the roadmap to know where you're going, the GPS might not work. You're gonna need some brothers or some sisters that's along the way to say, hey, come on this way, brother. Right. You understand? Right. You might need a sister to say, come on this way, sis, I got you. You know? That's what we have to be as a nation of people. And when I talk about a brother that's going to say, come on this way, I ain't talking about that nigga that's sitting at the Christian church. Somebody say, come on in, brother. Right. I ain't talking about him. I ain't talking about them sisters that sit on the front row with them big ass bucket hats and don't do a damn thing for their husband, treat their husband like crap. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that really know who the Lord is and want to be obedient to the Father, man. If you're out there listening, this is your first time tuning into class, I know you're going to hear some things that you probably not used to hearing. But it's real and it's raw. And that's what we need, man. You don't need all this whale fat or this blubber that this empire puts in front of you. You need some real. You need something you can chew on, if I may. And until you get that something you can chew on, the I.S.U.P.K, we're gonna break it down and give you this milk first. So that was the end of that. Keep on reading, Bible Shaw.
Calm. It says local religious leaders supported the idea, and the first Father's Day was celebrated on June 19th, 1910.
Good night. So this not an ancient tradition, right?
Right.
So so what you're saying is that Father's Day is not in the Bible. It can't be.
That's right.
So why are people running around saying Happy Father's Day? Traditions of men. That's right. That's what the scriptures call it. Right. We following traditions of men to fill in the gap for our lack of understanding. You think we were saying Happy Father's Day in slavery? Huh? Hell no.
That's right.
You think we were saying Happy Father's Day on cargo slave ships? No. You think you were saying Happy Father's Day to our King, Yahawashi? The world ignorantly called him Jesus Christ? You don't see that in the scriptures, No. That's the end of that. I want the one out there, and I'm gonna show the listeners out there who tune in right now. Comment, like, subscribe, man. Share the classes out. Go to Wikipedia, Bible Shaw. It's something that I remember reading on Wikipedia that I died. It was Saint
Eve's Day?
Huh?
Not St. Eve's Day.
Nah, it ain't St. Eve's Day. It's one of the brothers in the scriptures. They call it something. I forgot what they call it. They lied about it. They turned it into an idol. They're doing the Roman and the Celtic of the Catholic Church. It's sitting there. You might have to look at the Wikipedia for it, though. There you go. St. Joseph's Day. Give Bunker y'all a hand, man. Read it. Go ahead. What you got? What you got?
So that's heavy. You say that because that's definitely one of the old slaves I used to work at. It was called St. Joseph.
Okay, St. Joseph.
They had him sitting up there like he did something for the people. Good night. So like I said, this is the Wikipedia of Father's Day. It says Father's Day is a holiday honoring one's father or relevant father figure, as well as fatherhood, paternal bonds, and the influence of fathers in society.
So the what influence of who?
Of fathers in society.
So today they trying to castrate the male and the influence that we have on society. You tell me that everybody know that we're learning today that fathers should be in homes. Why are we learning this today in 2023? Because the example that was before, when the government said they want to move the fathers out of the home, guess what they created? Mass incarceration. Dope dealing, all type of things that destroy the neighborhood. Because a man and a woman should be together and raise children together. That's what should happen. Because he is what? The influencer of what comes and goes. A strong, you know what I'm saying? A God-fearing man. He's the decider of what goes into the house and what comes out of the house. Right? But when we deal with there's a balance between logic and the sisters, they have an important role too. The emotions and the thing that they have, the nurturing spirit that they have, goes good with a strong God-fearing man. It goes well. It's like Kool-Aid and sugar with a little bit of water. You know what I mean? It just goes together. It's like gin and juice. You know what I'm saying? It's like Tanqueray and E&J. It goes together. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah. A little Johnny Walker in the Rocks. It goes together. You understand? I don't know. It's like blues music and B.B. King. It goes together. Right? Read on.
Con. It says the day is held on various dates across the world, and different regions maintain their own traditions.
They do what?
Maintain their own traditions.
No, they maintain the Bible traditions.
Maintain their own traditions.
See? Their own tradition. What? That's what I'm talking about. These are traditions of men. They have nothing to do with the Bible.
Right.
If you celebrated Father's Day yesterday, let that be your last Father's Day. You understand? Wow. If you believe in keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments, if you believe in the word of the Lord, you can't find that in these scriptures, right?
That's
There's a lot of things that you've been doing year in and year out, day in and day out. But you don't understand a lot of those things are not in the Bible. Right. We don't understand it at all. So we seek different comforts to make us feel good for our shortcomings. You won't find birthday in the Bible. You know when you'll find birthday in the Bible? When some heathen is celebrating his birthday. What happens at a black birthday party? Somebody getting shot. Somebody's going to get upset. Somebody did not get an invitation. I didn't get the gift that I wanted. What does that sound like? It sounds like somebody is idol worship, if I may. Now, you turning somebody into an idol for a day. You won't find it in the Bible. Go ahead.
Come.
Please.
It says, maintain their own traditions of honoring fatherhood. And some Catholic countries.
And some what?
Catholic countries.
Now, we all know what Catholicism is famous for. Catholicism. And am I saying that word right, Bunker, y'all? Yeah, they play with, the children, if I may. They cover up the things that they do to little children. All the things that we hear about that church and that religion and the people that they hurt. You mean to tell me now you want to tell there's a difference on Father's Day? Now it's about honoring a father when you hurt children. You hurt single mothers. You rob. You lie to them. But now you want to distinguish some day higher than the other, huh? Right. Bunch of liars, man. Come on.
Come. It says countries of Europe. It has been celebrated on the March 19th.
Hold on. Countries of what?
Countries of Europe.
Now, if you're a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, man, you probably never heard the truth. Some say the countries of Europe, automatically what should go through your minds is, it ain't got a goddamn thing to do with me. Now, you may believe that you're from Africa, the so-called mother continent, because you don't know the truth. But knowing the truth is, black, Hispanics, Native Indians come from Jerusalem, the mother of us all. That's right. You understand? So you run around talking about some happy Father's Day with that same ugly tie that you've been getting your father, that cheap-ass cologne that you've been buying, that jupe or that curve. Huh? I'm just saying. Your father, you've been giving your father a picture of all the kids. He know what y'all look like. Right. Huh? Right. He know what all y'all look like. Y'all treat him like crap. You only call him when you need something. He don't want no picture. He don't want no memorabilia of you and your brothers. Y'all been torturing the man his whole damn life. You want to give him a picture with y'all face on it. He's like, damn. You want to go and buy him a car for what? I'm sure, man, a real father understands that, guess what? To whom much is given, much is required. Being a father, man, is not about receiving gifts. It's about protecting your responsibilities, man. Y'all remember what's the name of that movie Denzel played in? Fences, something what it called? And his son like, you don't like me. He said, I don't like you. What do you say, Quadon?
He was saying, like, explaining it to him, is like, you talk about I don't like you. Uh-huh. He said, I feed you every day of your life.
He said, I feed you, don't I?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said, I put clothes on your back. And you talk about I don't like you. No, he said, first, he said, I don't have to like you. Mm-hmm. You understand? Because he was like, first off, I do all these things and I provide for you. You understand? So he was basically going and showing him, like, you talking about liking you. Hell, I mean, what the hell is it to like you when I'm doing all these things to actually show you that I love you? Mm-hmm. It's a lot.
So we talk about the Most High, God, right?
Right.
And he does everything to show us that he loves us.
That's right.
He corrects us. He disciplines us. He chastises. The scriptures say, to whom he loved it, he's chastening, man.
That's right.
How else you gonna know you're doing something wrong till you get some type of punishment? Huh? That's how you know you're speeding, when you get pulled over, ain't it?
Right.
So next time you drive in your car and you get pulled over, and when you have a remembrance of when you got pulled over, so guess what you do? Slow down.
Right.
That's how God works. That's how the Most High works. You go through your whole life speeding and he slows you down. You're supposed to pay attention when you slow down.
Right.
You're supposed to get you when the judge, when he slammed that gavel and he said you got 3 years, but then you get 2 years probation, you're supposed to slow down. When you run that old lady over drinking and driving, and then you get charged with, driving under influence, you're supposed to slow down.
Right.
You understand? You and your old lady ain't getting along. She want to get a divorce. She want to leave you and all this. You and the kids. You're supposed to slow down.
Right.
But how many of us know to slow down? Too busy trying to celebrate Father's Day. Not knowing that this life is more than just some Catholic religion, some Catholic tradition. Read on, Quadon.
Come. It says, it has been celebrated on March the 19th as St. Joseph's Day since the Middle Ages.
Since what?
Since the Middle Ages.
I thought it was new with the old girl celebrating Mother's Day.
It says since the Middle Ages.
So it's been around. But once again, it has nothing to do with Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Read on.
It says 6 celebrate Father's Day on the 29th of December. Birthday of Guru Gobind Singh.
Who?
Guru Gobind Singh.
You can't even say his name right.
It says it's like in some Islamic countries.
In some what?
Islamic countries.
See, I thought it was about your father. I thought about how it was about how strong and how devoted your husband, your father is to your family.
Right.
You realize a lot of things that you do in this life have nothing to do with what they told you or what they tell us. Come on.
And Salaki, if I may, what's so heavy what you're saying too?
Please.
I look up Sikhism. It says also known as Sikhi, Punjabi.
Punjabi.
Sikh, or it says Dharma, is an Indian dharmic religion and philosophy that originated in the Punjab region of the Indian subcontinent around the end of 15th century CE.
Come on now, Quadon.
I thought we were Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, not no Indian or dharmic.
Come on, Quadon.
Oh man.
I see we got young man James Futrell in here. I'm Most High Christ. Go ahead, Quadon. Finish reading that Bible show.
Come on, sir. It says Father's Day. It is set following the months of the Islamic calendar. Father's Day is a recognized public holiday in Lithuania and some parts of Spain, and was regarded as such in Italy until 1977. It is a national holiday in Estonia, Samoa, and eloquently in South Korea.
So guess what all this saying? Let me put it. Your dad ain't nothing. Your dad ain't nothing special. You understand? He's special in serving the Lord. You understand? Not serving you. Fathers around the world it's just a thing that daddies do. They have sex with your mama, right? Pleasure that comes with sleep, and that's it. You listen to what your father says. You do what he say do. I think he would rather prefer that than you handing him them same damn fur-lined slippers that you've been getting for the last 10 years. Happy Father's Day. You hand him over that same little box. And then, they do him so dirty. He get old, so instead of you buying him something that's probably more more valuable to him, you give him something he would have bought back in 1960. You give your dad a pair of Chuck Taylors. He look good. You know what I'm saying? You give him a Whip Chamberlain jersey or something. You know what I'm saying? So vain.
It's a lot too, if I may, Ottawa. A lot of things that they give him too is like, it reminds you of the hell we live in. You give him tools so you know he can continue doing the work around the house and stuff like that. It's a lot.
Come on, Buck, y'all.
Salaki, I saw a comedian. He was talking about how Father's Day is the worst holiday celebrated. And he says, after Christmas, no, he said, yeah, after how did it go? He said, there's Christmas and then Mother's Day. So after Jesus, you honor your mama.
Yeah.
You don't even acknowledge the fact that your father is the reason why you're here. Without the life is in the seed. That's what the Bible says.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your mother just housed you. So we're so carnal and the vanity of just recognizing that the child comes out of the mother. We don't even recognize that in order for that child to come out of the mother, it had to go into the mother first from the father.
Thanks. God.
They say, Salakia.
Go ahead.
What came first, the chicken or the egg? I heard the rooster. Salakia.
There you go. He had to be in there doing something. Stir it up. Huh.
Wow.
He show came first, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Right.
I agree. I'll buy that for $1. You know what I'm talking about? No, man, it just goes to show, man, like we get caught up in so many worldly traditions, but we don't know why we do it. Right. Just slow down long enough to ask yourself, if it's something that you're doing, it's something you're participating in, ask yourself, why are you doing it? You talk about birthdays, ask yourself, why are you doing it? You talk about the 4th of July, ask yourself, why are you doing it? Right. You say Juneteenth, Kowal said something so heavy, because that's my brother. He always dropping them jewels, man. He said, you run around talking about Juneteenth like you can't say the 19th. You understand? It's like we're so illiterate, we can't say the 19th, right. June 19th. You got to say Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? Just slave talk. Like it's right in they blatantly disrespect us. We become a proverbs and bywords, like the scriptures say. When you don't know your culture, like you'll go for anything. You have nothing to stand on. People talk and say anything to you because they know you don't have a leg to stand on. Right. You walk into a room and you have real concrete evidence, and you saying, you know what, I'm not standing for the American flag. Right. Why? Because I don't believe in it. What the hell the flag ain't never done nothing for me but wave in the wind. Right. That's what a flag does. So how am I pledge of allegiance to what? Pledge allegiance to what? The atrocities that we face as a nation of people? That's what we pledge an allegiance to? Have brothers that go into the military and literally become sick, you know, from the things that they endure in the military, man. A lot of brothers don't talk about this, man. These are the sacrifices that fathers make to try to secure some type of stability for a family. And Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, the recruiters start coming to our schools early, bunker, y'all. He's there in the 11th grade looking at, well, yeah, I think he'll be a good candidate to join the military. Well, we give you all the college money to come join the military. And we have so many brothers that go into the military and give over their lives, man, and ultimately get ill or get sick. And nobody will ever remember the sacrifice that they've given to this country. Because when he get pulled over, they don't, you know, we like to put veteran on our tags or retired, like it's gonna make a difference. That was some brothers that was hung in their uniform, returning from war. It has not changed. Inside of the uniform, you's a nigga. Outside of the uniform, you still a nigga. So the best thing you could do is attach yourself to something that is more tangible. And what is that? The truth of this Bible, man. Learning that you are more than just what they told you you were. But to whom much is given, much is what? Required. You're going to attach yourself to this truth, it's going to come with something. Huh? It's going to come with something. You say you love the Lord, it's going to come with something. Because you look inside the scripture, them brothers who say they followed Christ, who say they love God and wanted to follow the Most High and do what thus says the Lord. Moses went through something. Aaron went through something. Our King, Yahawashi, Jesus Christ, he went through something. We're gonna get into these scriptures tonight, man, and try to break this thing down. You know what I'm saying? You have any questions, put them in the chat. We're gonna get to them, Lord willing, man. So we're gonna start out with Luke 12 and 34, Baba Shaw. We talk about everything in this life comes with a price. Everything that we're challenged by comes with a risk or a consequence. Huh? You know what I mean? Let me get that with you. And we're gonna start off. Once again, if you have any questions about anything that you've heard thus far in class, you know what I'm saying, put it in the chat. Any question that anybody may have, just put it in the chat box. We'll get to it. We got any questions? Go down. We good. Everybody good. I say Luke 12 and what? 34? All right, let go.
Come on, it's the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 34. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
So we talk about where your treasures are, there will your heart be. What does that mean? It's talking about your mind. Your treasures. What are some of the things that you treasure? Your time, your money, your energy, your efforts, your cooking. Some sisters cook, you know what I'm saying? Your cleaning. All those things are treasures that you have to what? Offer. All right? Think about it. If you what if you're the brother that has like the ultimate skill of maybe, I don't know what, being a mechanic? Like if you got a brother that's serving the Lord, like, you know what I'm saying, in the school, that's your gift. Why wouldn't you try to help your brother out? Why wouldn't you have a mindset to reach out to a brother and say, hey, brother, man, I seen that your head, your brake light, well, I know you said you got it fixed, but it didn't look like it was fixed to me. I think you might want to check your fuses or something. Huh? Have them check it out again. Is that part, like being able to have that concern? That's a treasure too. Have that compassion. That's a treasure. Everything about you is like it's a treasure. Right? It's a skill that come with. If I see a sister baking cakes and she's selling cakes online and I don't never see her bring nothing to none of the high holy days, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. You do all this cooking for, your bake sale overall for, you know what I'm saying, Yak and Road or something. Why don't you ever bring some of them strawberry delights in here? Bring that lemon lime pound cake in here. Let me be the judge. Let me see, can you really burn? Right? Let me get a slice of that pound cake that you talk about. You're not doing. Those are treasures that you should bring. Right? Read that verse again.
God, it's the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 34. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Right. So we're talking about also building things up. This part of being ready. Like if you got a treasure that you have, no matter what it is, if you bring it into the house, if you bring it to the Lord, into the school, guess what? You're going to get something from it. But if you just out there making yours work out there in the world, then guess what? That's where your mind going to be at. If you bring it in here, then guess what? Your mind, you're going to be able to come into the school and look around and say, yeah, I can bring this in there. I can go and buy this and bring it to the school. I can give this to Commandant Juliana. I seen the brothers that need help with blase. I seen these things that I could possibly help a brother out with that. Why? Because that's some of the things, that's your treasure. That's what you're supposed to bring your treasures to where your mind is. If your mind is in the world, then guess who's going to get all your gifts? The people that are in the world. Come on.
So like, if I may, I looked up the definition of treasure, right?
Come on.
It says to keep carefully a valuable or valued item. And so like, if I may, I think about the brothers, in the Ottawa and the brothers in sisters in the school.
Yeah.
You understand? When it comes to this school, we know what our treasure is when it comes to serving the Lord.
Come.
Because we always figuring out a way to help our brother to do what we can do to push this truth, do the work of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But then you think about it, we know that because value is a treasure.
Come.
We treasure what the Most High has finally revealed to us to see and understand what it is that we're supposed to know.
Mm-hmm.
But the people that just celebrated Father's Day, their treasure is in another God besides the Most High.
Go.
So
guess where their mind at?
It's not on their treasure, not on
It's
the Most
in another
High.
God too.
Come
on, Bunker.
Salak, if I may, it just makes me think about the brothers that dedicate their lives to doing this work. Right. The brothers that I see all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm making my purpose to be around just on the strength of, recognizing that these brothers love this. They value this.
Mm-hmm.
They hold this in high esteem. So it's constantly on your mind.
Right.
And there's things that you do as sacrifices that you make. You don't think I love my goddamn family?
Right.
You don't think I want to spend time with my children?
Right.
You don't think I want to just be doing whatever the hell it is that you do?
Mm-hmm.
This is the reason why I don't see you here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I look around and I value y'all brothers just on the strength of the sacrifices that I know you make day in and day out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Salaki.
Go on, give him a hand, man. Most of prayer. That's a treasure, man. Okay, read on, put on.
So
now, who is this speaking though?
Oh, this is Yahweh Shah speaking.
It's our King speaking, right? Read on.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 35.
Mm-hmm.
Let your loins be girded about and your lights burning.
Right. What that mean? Prepare to do the work. Prepare to fight. Prepare for battle. So if your treasure not in here, then your mind can't be in here. But if your treasures and the thing that you're bringing into this work, into the school, then your mind is in here. Meaning what? If you're doing those things, then guess what? You're prepared to do what? Read that verse.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
It says, let your loins be girded about.
Come. So your loins are girded because now your mind is in here with warfare. You understand? Right. Your mind is in here to do the work, right? Read on.
Come. Let your loins be girded about and your lights burning.
Ready to do the work. So you can see what the hell is going on. Right? Read on.
Verse 36. And ye yourselves like unto men that wait for their Lord.
That what?
That wait for their Lord.
Ready. Read on.
When he will return from the wedding, that when he cometh and knocketh, they may open unto him immediately.
Right.
Immediately.
Yeah, immediately. We all sit back. We all prepared and ready to do this work. Right. So when the Lord come on the scene, like we already in the mood of doing the work. Right. Girded up. Because our mind is in here. Huh? Right. When you given a second chance at this life, you can't squander it, huh? You got to take the treasure that you would have used in the world and use them in the school. That warfare that you would have done in the world, you got to use it in here. So therefore, you gird it up. Right? You get what I'm saying? You see what you see what Yahweh is saying? Read on.
Verse 37.
Uh-huh.
Blessed are those servants.
The what?
Blessed are those servants.
The ones that are willing to do the work. A servant, right? Go ahead.
Whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching. So, like, if I may, for context, if I may,
please.
This is a lowercase Lord.
It's lowercase Lord. Meaning what?
So this means it's like we would say Adawan,
uh-huh,
or a brother that is leader over you.
Right. So now understanding that. So what we were talking about earlier in the topic for tonight's class is to whom much is given, much is required. All right. So think about this. So we're talking about the servant. What his role is right now with serving his Lord, how to prepare things for his Lord. And only one way to really do something to inspire your Lord or impress your Lord, right? Read on.
Verily, I say unto you that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat and will come forth and serve them.
Go ahead.
Verse 38. And if he shall come in the second watch or come in the third watch and find them so, blessed are those servants.
Go ahead.
Verse 39. And this know that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not have suffered his house to be broken through.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 40. Be ye therefore ready also.
Do what?
Be ye therefore ready also.
Go ahead.
For the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not.
So what does this mean? What is this? What is all this saying? You know?
So like I said, if I may, it's like what they say, if you already ready, you ain't got to get ready.
If you're ready, you ain't got to get ready. But what else? What else do you know about getting ready?
Meaning, if I'm getting ready, I'm preparing these things. I'm setting these things aside.
Yes, but there's something else that you have to know about getting ready. You know about getting ready for the club, don't you? Why you get ready for the club?
Because I know who's gonna be there.
How do you know who's gonna be there?
Because the environment that I'm going to.
Or what else? Kawal done told you about the club. Huh?
Okay, most
Huh? Kawal done told you, hey man, don't come here with them tennis shoes on. You're right. Come on, Kawal.
We know that because what the records say.
Thank you.
The records say, we got to be ready. And
Come.
what happens if we're not ready?
There you go.
And what to look forward to.
There you go.
And so I know, say like you just said, you stay ready, you got to get ready.
Come.
Because of the records and the forefathers before us warned us and told us to beware about this day.
Most High in Christ.
Gotta be ready.
Damn right. So now being that if you know to get ready, you got to get ready. So that means you have a lot that has already been given to you. Our king, he done laid it down. He gave us the playbook. You see me say this all the time. We have it. But if you're not going to follow it, then guess what? Oh, man, ain't no telling what's going to happen. Right. But if you follow the playbook and you follow what's been laid out for you to do, then you too are. If he coming, he already done told you what he looking for. Right. Our king done told us what he looking for. Come on.
He got the most high Christ got us so descriptive that he gave us clues, warning signs, things to look out for.
Come.
To know that that's
That's right.
And we can't. What more can we ask?
There you go. If we know that, once you know this truth, to whom much is given, much is required. If we know that the Lord is he done gave us the playbook, then why are we squandering our time? Why are we wasting our time? If he come on the second watch, you be ready anyway. You understand? If he come on the third watch, even later. There's a time when we call the feds perfect for busting in and kicking in your door that you just can't. It's like a certain time like you just gonna fall asleep regardless, right? It's just you can't help it. You can be like, yeah, I'm up. You done drunk 10 Red Bulls, right? At 3:10:53 in the morning, you just boom. But if you already ready, ain't nothing you got to do. It's like you got a rib that keep the house clean, right? And she be like, somebody call, hey, yeah, man, a bunk y'all coming over. She be like, no, tell them give me 10 minutes. Right. As a man, you be like, what you mean give you 10 minutes? The house supposed to be what? Clean already. So guess what you do? You would get impatient. They ain't how the Most High work. he ain't gonna be patient because he's already given us. Yeah, he giving you the blueprint. He already given us what? The requirements. That's right. You drop down to verse 42. What verse you just finished reading?
Verse 40.
Oh, read verse 41. Let's see what Peter talking about.
Come on. Then Peter said unto him, Lord, speakest thou this parable unto us, or even to all?
So what is Peter saying? It is for everybody? Oh, it's just for us. What you trying to say, Lord?
Right.
Huh? What you hitting at, Yahawashi? Where you going with this thing, right? Check out what the Most High. Let's check out what Yahawashi say to him. Go ahead.
And the Lord said, who then is that faithful and wise steward, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of meat in due season?
So what is the steward? What's the steward? Somebody give me the definition of steward. Steward. You got it? Look at it.
It says a steward is a person who looks after the passengers or ship, or it's like a person responsible for supplies or food to college, club, or other institution. It says an official supervise, arrangement, or keep order, to manage or look after.
To manage or look at her. Look after. What you got, Bunky?
This is according to Merriam-Webster. One employed in a large household or estate to manage domestic concerns such as the supervision of servants, collection of rents, and keeping of accounts.
So we talk about this truth. What would a servant be in here, a steward be in here, Bob Kashaw?
So like I said, a steward would be one again that's going to make sure he keep the household of the Most High in order.
True. Come on.
So like any brother or sister that comes to the school and holds true to whatever their office is. So, when you think about the young men that come in here, them coming in and shedding themselves to the world, putting on all black, and then becoming a trooper. The duties of a trooper, just putting their hand to the plow wherever they can, finding themselves in the room.
True.
Being a steward, literally. Think about the officers in here. You're an officer. You're not an officer unless you have an office. And whatever your office is, that's what you're a caretaker of.
Facts. Okay, so a steward, so he wouldn't be the person that were actually in charge. He would be what? He would be what? Left in charge, meaning what?
He's to manage it. He's the supervisor.
Give me a military word, a military phrase. He's the one left in charge.
That's officer in charge. Right.
He would be the for time, so I'm gonna give it to y'all. He would be the second in command. A second in command. Come. All right, so read that verse again, 42.
Wakanda is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 42. And the Lord said, who then is that faithful and wise steward, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household?
Right, so stop. Bring that down just a little bit, because maybe sometimes I do that sometimes. Bring it down. Check. Bring it on down some more. The main. Check. Good. Bring it down some more. Yep. Perfect. That ringing drive me crazy. So read it again, Bob Kashaw. That's good. I'll take that.
All right, come. This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 42. The Lord said, who then is that faithful and wise steward?
Who's the faithful and wise second in command, right? Right? Second in command. Read on.
Come. Whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household.
Now, why would he make him rule over the household? Because he's not there. Right. He's leaving. Right. So therefore, you're the second in command. That means you're in charge now. I'm making you ruler in place because I'm going to be gone, right? That's your place, right? You're my right-hand man. Right. You know what I'm saying? The steward often, he understands the duty of work. He understands everybody else that goes along with, you know what I'm saying? Everybody who goes into the fold to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? He's the brother that take control while the Lord is away. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
To give them their portion of meat in due season.
Right, go ahead.
Verse 43. Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
So the second in command, when the Lord come back, when you want to be the brother that when Captain Nathot step away, he come back and he find you doing the work. You understand? Like that's a thing. Like we talk about fathers, right? That's what you would look for in a son. That's what you would look for in your second in command. That while you're away, even when you come back, you find his brother what? Doing the work. You find him locked in, right? Because that's what you want. That's what you want, because you done gave him everything that he needed to make sure he tore, right? So if I done gave you everything, I done set up all the rooms. I got all the cars outside. I got everything that you need in this house. I've given it over to you. To whom much is given, much is what? I'm giving it to you. So this is what I need you to do while I'm what? Away, right? Read on.
Verse 44. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he has.
See that? So the first thing you got to understand, you got everything already in place. If you're a good and faithful steward, you're my second in command, everything is in place. You know what I'm saying? Everything is in place. A brother coming here, everything is in place. You gotta create nothing. Your reward gonna be based on what you do. Yeah. Commander General, the truth been in earth since 1969 in the I.S.U.P.K. Only in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? So you come in here and you do what a good steward would do. A good wise, it said wise, right? It didn't say no dumb, it said a wise steward. I mean, you paying attention now. You taking care of what the Lord done gave us already. Meaning what? Your families, your brothers, your sisters. Because where your treasure is, that's what? Where? So if you in here rocking and rolling and you gird it up, then guess what? You're going to do all you can to make sure this does not fail. That's what a good steward would do. Because he understands how important it is to take care of the master's house, man. Read on.
Come. Verse 45. But, and if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the men servants and maidens, and to eat and drink, and to be drunken.
Hold on, Salaki. Hold on. You like we done went all the way into it already. That happened fast, didn't it? Read verse 44 again, Bob Gashaw.
Come, sir. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler of all that he hath.
Right. So, breaking this down is like leaving a man in the second in command to follow the steps, right? We talk about that. That's the second in command. And the more he does with the little bit of responsibility that you give to him, what do you do next? You give him more. Right? You give him more. It's tradition of the I.S.U.P.K. Right? It's tradition. Like your life in the truth is our lives in the truth is about you being ready to take the job of the man that's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? You're not just teaching the trooper to be the trooper. You teaching a trooper to be able to what? Teach a class one day. So that way you can move on and you can continue to do greater things. You understand? Like you teach if you're an officer of 5,000, you teaching the trooper one day to be an officer of 5,000. So you grooming him all the time till he become officer of 5,000 so he can take your place. You understand? And you rewarding him by the work that he's doing while he's growing. You feel me? You ain't just giving them rank ain't just for you to just, hey, put the book over there, move it over there. They ain't what rank for. Your rank is to be able to teach your brother how to be a good steward of what the Lord had already given us. And that's the truth. To whom much is given, much is what? So it's required of an officer of 5,000 to teach a young man how to come off the streets. It requires of an officer of 5,000 to teach a brother coming in as a trooper. It's a responsibility of everybody, every brother that's above that man to teach him how to take their place. Captain, I thought you say this all the time. He say, y'all brothers want to continue to carry that podium? You've been around long enough. You know what I'm talking about when I say podium, right? The big Bertha, man. I remember going to, I remember going to, I was a young man coming in, going to Charlotte. And for those who don't know, man, we follow the traditions of the Bible. When they say the podium of wood, that's what we stand on and teach our people. It's in the Bible, right? I think it's It's in the book of Ezra, right? Come, the water, Kawhi. It's in the book of Ezra. It breaks down how camp is set up. But I remember sidebar. I remember coming in as a young man, and I sat outside the camp, watched the brothers lift had the podium. I said, that thing can't be that heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was strong, lifting weights. I grabbed the corner of that thing, my back did like this. You know what I'm saying? But I dipped down, I said, oh man, this thing real right here, boy. You understand? And I just kept on, I thought you said all the time. He said, man, you teach brothers, you're gonna have brothers that will carry that thing for you one day. You understand? But at that time, me coming in, I had to be the one that's doing the carrying. And the more and more we teach brothers, the more and more the Lord allow brothers to come into the school. You see men come in that will be willing, just like I was willing, to carry that podium. Be willing, just like Kawal and Bunkayal and Quadam, to carry that podium. The one thing I do know about this truth is, one day what? Who carried the podium that you know? Yeah. I'm saying one day, this is what we all know. When we carry the podium, what do you know about that podium?
Salaki, I know that you carried it.
Come, give him a hand. You understand? The brother that's in front of you had to have carried that podium out. You understand what I'm saying? Nehemiah. Come. Most High in Christ. That's right. Yeah, it's in the scriptures. So the one thing you can rest assured that the brothers did it even that time. That's why you have to be the steward. So when it's your turn to step up and take charge, you're ready to do the work. To whom much is given, what? Much is required. Read on, Quadam. Salaki.
Come. So the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 45. But, and if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the men servants and maidens, and to eat and drink, and to be drunken. Verse 46. The Lord of that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for him, and at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him sunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers.
What is this saying?
So like I said, if I may, it's like, the one that he's talking about again is that servant that was the steward that was put over the household. So he said, if he said in his mind, so he's thinking in his mind like, man, my Lord, he ain't never coming back, man. You understand? It's like he taking his time and doing this and that, and he get to beating the on ones that, are under him.
Stay on topic. He's not doing what?
The work.
What is what?
Teaching the people or...
He's not doing what is
required.
Come. You see you see all the things that he's not doing? Read verse 45 again.
Come. But and if that servant say in his heart.
So what did he say in his mind, right? In his mind, he began to think what? Come on.
My Lord delayeth his coming.
Oh, I'm thinking, man, he ain't coming no time soon. Huh? He ain't coming no time soon, right? He's not doing what is required. What required is to be ready at all times, not knowing when he comes. First watch, second watch, third watch. He's ready all the time. This right here, he's saying, you know what, man, he ain't worrying about him. He's not doing what is required. Well, everything that we have to do in this earth, we got to be ready at all times, all the time. On go. Read on.
Come. And shall begin to beat the men servants and maidens.
So not only is he's not worrying about the master or the Lord coming back. Now the brothers who's supposed to help him do the work, guess what? He began to abuse them. He began to mistreat them. You know what I'm saying? Because they know, believe it or not, check this out. The minute you stop doing your job as second in command, the brothers that's around you gonna realize that you're slacking off on your what? Your duties. They're going to realize like you're not doing what is required because we seen what he told you. We know what our Lord said was required to run this house. And we see you slacking off, man. So instead of you stepping up to the plate, you begin to abuse them. Hey, to mind your business. Huh? Stay out of my way. I'm King Dingaling Salaki. I'm King Ramrod right now. Huh? I'm the man. No, you're not. You're supposed to be doing what is what? Required. So instead of you doing what's required, now you begin to beat up on all the brothers who's supposed to help you do the work. Talk trash to them. Hey, go pick that up, man. You don't do that. Go put it over there. Yeah, we'll take it out later. Nah, man, we supposed. Nah, hey, what did I say? You know that's how niggas do now. You become what they call a company man. You ain't the boss. You become the company man and doing it the wrong way. You're not doing what is what required. Right? Read on.
And shall begin to beat the manservants and maidens, and to eat and drink and to be drunken.
What does this mean? Not only do you begin to eat and drink, but to be drunken. What is this saying?
So like I said, for me, it's like he's becoming full of himself. Like it's like I'm the one that's doing this. Like he like you said, the king, of it all. Or he the head honcho.
That's true. When do you become drunkard? When you become a drunk? Anybody know? When do you become drunk? Like you already eating and drink at whenever you feel like it, basically, right? Most of the people who, if you're working, you eat at a specific time. You know what I'm saying? You got breaks. You know what I'm saying? You get a 15-minute break, you get a 30-minute lunch break, and then you get another 15-minute break. But if you eating and drinking, you eating and drinking at will. Not only are you eating and drinking, and you to be drunkard. What did that mean? A drunkard. Come on.
You just pissing on yourself. You ain't got no. And then somebody tells you you're drunk.
Come.
Somebody that's like, man, you drink too much. You're drunk. Not saying you're alcoholic.
Come.
But somebody tells you drink too much. This is a person. You lost all situational awareness. You're drinking all the time of your day. You're not sober minded. You just pray out here. You can't defend yourself. You're crying. You're not even conscious of what you're doing.
Right. Yeah. You're not conscious of anything. You're not conscious of when the Lord coming back. You're not even concerned about what is what. You're not even concerned about what's required. Because that's the only time you can really get drunk and get loose, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? It's like think about it like this. You go to the club, if you know you don't have a DD, you can't get slizzard. Why? Because you got to drive. But soon as you figured out, man, Kawhi going to drive us to the house. My solo cup, you know what I'm saying? Soon as you know you got to ride, you like, man, it's all bets off. Right? Read on.
Verse 46. The Lord of that servant will come in a day.
The Lord? The what?
The Lord of that servant will come in a day.
Go ahead.
When he looketh not for him. And at an hour when he is not aware. And will cut him sunder.
What does it mean? When the Lord do show up and catch him not doing what is what? The Lord gonna cut him asunder. You know what I'm saying? What did that mean? He gonna, but in the truth we would call it what?
Correct him or check him.
Yeah, you get checked. You get demoted. Ain't needed me leaving you with all these responsibilities if you're not doing what is what? Yeah. I got to put somebody in here who's going to maintain the standard. I need somebody in here that's going to do the work while I'm away. I don't need somebody here just having a good time. Because you having a good time going to allow everybody else to have a good time. And everything that I have, I'll end up losing because all everybody was soon to think about is having a good goddamn time. Read on.
It says, at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him sunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers.
Why? What do the unbelievers believe? Nothing. What do they believe? They don't believe in nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's something, right? You tell some, it's like cussing somebody out. You're an unbeliever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Think about it, man. Just think about telling somebody you don't believe in nothing. You don't believe in nothing. You don't believe fire burn, do you? You get what I'm saying? You don't believe water make you wet. Huh? So if you don't believe that the Lord it got something, when he come back, he ready for you, then you're gonna be with him. You're gonna get the portion that they get. That's what you're gonna get. Because I gave you everything already. I given that to you. Gave you everything. Everything I had, I given it over to you to be a good steward. But you didn't want that. You wanted what the unbelievers wanted. You wanted the crack cocaine. You wanted the prostitutes. You wanted the AIDS. You wanted the HIV. You wanted that. You wanted the crack. You wanted the opium. You wanted the pills. You wanted the what else? The Mollies, the Percocets, Perk 30s, 40s. That's what you wanted. You wanted to have multiple sex partners. You know, you didn't want to be slinging yourself all the way around, wide open for everybody. That's what you wanted. If you believe in something, you wouldn't do that to yourself. Huh? You get what I'm saying? Go on. If you believe fire burn, you wouldn't put your goddamn hand in the fire. You must don't believe, huh? Well, since you don't believe, you're going right on over there with them. So that way you can become a believer. Because that will ultimately going to happen to you. Once you get burned that first time, you'll be like, you know what? I better find something to believe in. I better be responsible for something. I better start doing what is what? Required. And tonight we're going over this because this is the history. When you talk about how Black, Hispanic, Native Indians move in the earth, this shows like, guess what? This is something that we are plagued by. Somebody who's supposed to be taking care of the rest of the flock. You finding a way to wiggle out of it. And then when you end up falling, all your people fall too. Think about, come on.
Now, that's heavy. You say that too. That's why it's important that, you know, how we bang on the Christians.
Come.
I saw a video of, I think I.S.U.P.K posted it. It was like these brother had an outrage in the church, mad because the pastor had the nerve to ask for $1,000. This is like a rich pastor. He pulls up in a Rolls Royce, and he's got sick and tired. I guess the brother needed money or something. Yeah. Making a long story short, the whole church was like on the brother's side, was flipping on the pastor, yelling and like saying, we're tired of this. And like you said, the pastors don't understand that they're going to take a lot of people down with them because of what they're saying, right, what they're teaching. You know, it's like, and it's a sober reality of how many of our parents and our family members who in the world, they still believe in Pastor Joe Willie. They're not prepared for this class you teach. They're not prepared for nothing that you said that Christ returning. And they're going to take a lot of people down with them if they don't wake up and get out the Christian church. And lastly, you know, because of the work that we're doing at U.P.K, like classes like this and going to camp, that's the reason why that brother had it bucked up at the pastor. Right. And people are starting to charge these Christian churches because of what we're doing. Classes like this, people are listening. And they say, you know what, these brothers is right. Damn, if I keep listening to this pastor, I'm going to die. I don't know what salvation is. Right. I don't even know what slave ships are in the Bible. Right. I have no idea what an Israelite is. Like they're totally lost. What you're saying is heavy. Them pastors are going to bring a lot of us down if they don't wake up and get out that church.
Give them a hand, man. Damn right. They're going to bring a lot of them down because they're going right back to what it said earlier. Because they sit in that Christian church, you're giving all your treasures over to them. You understand? So what happened is your heart is in that place. And when you find out that thing that you call Christianity is a lie, you're going to be heartbroken, man. You're finding it out every single day when you wake up and start seeing little things like, wait a minute, that can't be right. But now the Lord raised, I heard this dude say, man, the Lord he raised up the priests and prophets for their time in the earth, man. Every brother that's in this school, that's really understand what is required, they have a job to do. Like we have a real job, because ain't no way in the world, you know what I'm saying, you think about all the dumb crap you done did your entire life. Now the Lord done woke you up when you know that Christ black, or you realize like, damn, I'm an Israelite. What you been doing for the earlier years? Now you think about it like, wait a minute. You really here for a reason. And if you out there bullshitting and wasting your time, so like it for my language, if you out there playing, if you're being this type of steward, then guess what? You're not going to be ready. You know what I'm saying? At the first watch, second watch, or the third. You're not doing what is required. So that household that you have, that the Lord done gave you, you may end up losing all of it. Because you going to end up with who? The unbelievers. Yeah. What? Oh, I thought you're going to end up with them. I pray you understand. Salaki, what verse we at?
So, I'm at 47, sir.
Come on with it, brother. Salaki.
Verse 47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will.
He say he what?
Knew his Lord's will.
That's the thing right there. Like now you know what is required of you. You know what the Lord said. You know what the house is supposed to look like. You know that the dish is supposed to be washed. You know, no piss on the bathroom seat. You understand? Make sure that everything is clean, wiped off, wiped down, fabuloso, smelling good. You know what is what? Required. Read on.
The book of Luke, chapter 12, verse
47.
47. And the servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself.
He what?
Prepared not himself.
Not only, see, this is the thing right here. When we know what is required, you don't understand. You're hurting yourself when you're not doing what you know to be right. You understand what I'm saying? You're hurting yourself. We hurt ourselves, huh? We know that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Wow. Yet and still, we hurt ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? We know that he's crooked in all his ways, huh? Ain't not one brother that you walk by and you be like, hey, man, we got to come together. Look, Buck, y'all, we do this right here. You know, us folks, we got to come together. Right. What you mean? What you trying to say? Right. So you know there's a difference somewhere. So why aren't you really making the effort to show that there's a difference? Right. What are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your Lord's house to really prove that, guess what, you understand what is what? Right. You can't just do this. You can't just do this here. Wow. Knowing the truth ain't about a damn thing. You understand? Doing the work is where it's at. You got to do what needs to happen in the Lord's house. Read on.
Neither did according to his will.
Go ahead.
Shall be beaten with many stripes.
But since you knew all this, you Christian pastors, you say you study and you supposed to be leading the people. Guess what? You're going to be what? Beaten with many stripes. You got all these mega churches. You're supposed to be breaking these things down and teaching these people the truth of God. You done heard Commanding Junior Hunter. You know that they Israelites. You've heard it. Don't worry about it. When you shrivel up like a raisin, like Eddie Long, we're going to be like, yep, that go your stripes. That go your stripes. All these terrible things that you're going to hear about all these so-called Christian leaders and all the things that the Dalai Lama sucking on some kids, all these things coming out in the earth to make you say, wait a minute. All the people who you uplifted in your life thought that they meant something, you're going to learn that they ain't what you thought they were, huh? Lord going to get them many stripes, huh? Because you're supposed to know and do what is what? Required. Creflo Dollar saying, you know, he changed it. You've been teaching for 30 years, leading niggas. Mama and daddy sent all type of money to the Creflo Dollar, man. Now, all of a sudden, in 2022, Commander Junior Hunter been beaten down at Christian church doing the work of the Lord because he knows what is required. Now you talking about, well, you know, with the law, what did he say, come on, about the law, Creflo Dollar? About tithes? Yeah. Tithe ain't 10% no more. Yeah, what you feel. Yeah. Because he know that law of tithing or the tenth that's required is part of the law, statutes, and commandments. And think about all the things that people have given to the thing that he set up. Oh, the Lord gonna get that back, huh? He gonna get that back. Read on.
Come. Verse 48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes.
Why? Because they're listening to what he is saying. Oh, don't worry about cleaning it up. All right, good, man. I ain't want to clean it up no how. But you know it should be clean. Huh? You know it should be. Clean out that refrigerator. What they say, don't go to bed without them dishes being washed. You just, hey, bunk y'all tell wall, hey, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. just wash the small plates. Now we used to do back in the day. You wash all the big stuff and leave the spoons and fork in the sink underneath the water. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you let it. Yeah, I'm letting. Yeah, you letting the pot soak all night. You gonna fill it up with water. Look. And, yeah, what pots do? I thought I asked y'all to clean up this kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Who the oldest? What it mean? Who's in charge? Huh? I'm getting you because you know better. You ever heard that before? You see, in spirit, we know what we're supposed to be doing. I'm telling y'all. It's when we let oppression get us. We let the lack of brotherhood get us. When we let the lack of sisterhood get us. A lack of understanding what is required get us. Don't ask what is required. Don't even care about it. That's what get us, huh? But in spirit, we know, like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be doing something with my life. My life, your life can't just be about what Snoop Dogg do. What do Snoop Dogg do? Make commercials and movies and smoke weed all goddamn day? Corona commercials, what? And then this dude, so many lies, man. Brother, what's the brother that lost his life on stage rapping? Big Pokey, man. Texas legend. Sitting sideways, you don't know nothing about that. You think this brother knew his last breath was gonna be on stage? Oftentimes we think we got time. We think that we have time. I'll get it tomorrow. I'll clean the kitchen up later. He ain't gonna be that mad. It's just a pot. What are you talking about, man? You know. What you mad for? You should have told me you was coming. We don't have time the way we think we have time. We think it's this magic thing that, you know, I'll know when it's my time. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't know. So why shouldn't we be putting our treasures where our minds at? You understand? Why shouldn't we be girding up our loins? Ain't no need of wasting time. We've been given a lot already. So we should be doing what is required. Man, give it up. I know working at that slave and making money is something that you need to take care of your family and take care of your bills and make sure everything go according. I understand that. The Lord know that. Come on, you don't play the Lord. But when you can give it up and take care of his business, take care of his business, huh? Right. Man, take care of his business. Because when it's your time, it's like you want life to mean something when you leave this place, man. You want to know that you did something to be like, I did what is what. Don't you want to do something that's required? Or you just want to do whatever the hell make you feel good? You want to get away with some little girl you want to have sex with for 2 pumps in a Tootsie Roll. That's all you gonna get. And Salakia. Just for real. Nigga, how high you gonna get? How much weed, how many times you gonna continue to waste your time off smoking weed and snorting powder? How high can you goddamn get until you can't get high no more? And then you're stuck. Now you stuck just like them. You seen them, right? Nigga, how high could you get? You get stuck in time. You stuck walking, Bunky. Are you seen them brothers that be stuck off that fentanyl, that heroin? They putting trach in all the drugs. You're not doing what is required, but we've been given a lot. The minute that you step into this earth, the Lord, and He done given it to you. So you got to plan this. What did it say? The whole matter? The whole matter of man. You got to seek. You can't tell me you live in a fulfilled life just because you're smoking weed. You live in a fulfilled life because you're having sex with a baddie. You know that bitch gonna get ugly one day. Her titties gonna drop to the ground. That booty that you like the shape of, you know it's gonna fall, right? That curve, that lift that cuff under that butt cheek, you know it's gonna fall, right? So why the hell would you go to serving a damn woman? The gravity gonna get the best of all of us one day. Brothers, your balls gonna fall too. That perfect smile that you got, your teeth gonna begin to fall out. The muscles that you got, the shirt that fits you so good, you making your chest jump. Guess what? The muscles gonna go away, Kawal. Your hearing ain't gonna be so good. What you say, baby? Huh? Baby, turn the TV up so I can hear. All those things gonna fade away. So you might want to put your treasure in a place that, guess what? Put it in something that's gonna matter. Do what is required now. Because you don't know when the light's gonna go off. You putting all your time and efforts in somebody else's house instead of putting it in your Lord's house, man. That's what this is. To whom much is given, much is required, man. Read on.
The book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 48. But he that kneweth not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. Mm-hmm. For to whomsoever much is given, of him shall much be required.
There you go right there.
And to whom men have committed much.
What?
To whom men have committed much.
To whom men have committed much. Turn it down just a little bit. Men have committed much. You think about when you learn what the truth is and you begin to give your treasures. Kawal say, man, brother, I'm tired, brother. I tell him, Kawal, go to sleep, huh? He said, man, I had to do 10 t-shirts last night. All right, go to bed, man. Go to bed, you know what I'm saying? But he's doing it because he understands how much is what? Required, man. And he's giving a lot. And then what it say? Read that verse again.
But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required.
Every brother who comes into this school understands the truth and what they've been given out. Every sister who comes into the school, take that oil on their head. They understand what's been given. So we have to do what's required. And this is how you know that you understand what's required. Read.
Of him shall much require. And to whom many have committed much.
Once you understand what is required, guess what you begin to do? You commit yourself to a lot, man. And what you said earlier, Bunky, y'all. Yeah, I would like to spend time with my family. But the general made it plain and honest. He always said this. The truth, yeah, they don't need you trying to be no. I get it. You got a family. But in here, this is it right here. This is it. This is the grit. I know. Hey, I would love to go to every basketball game. But don't hold it against me. Because you know, I tell you, I'm doing what's required. I'm doing what's required. I would love to be there to see you shoot every 3-pointer. I would. But if my lights get turned off, what the hell is a 3-pointer going to do for me? I want my children, and I want all children of Israel to understand that a father or mother has given their life to God. And not just by words, you understand? By their actions. I remember as a child going to my grandfather was into the lodges and stuff like that, right? And I remember as a child getting dressed up and going at the lodges and running around at the different events that y'all don't know what I'm talking about, right? Without saying it, going around, you know, having a good time, running. You know, as a little kid, I remember these things. I couldn't have been no more than like my memory is like this though. You know what I'm saying? Yes. But I remember running through the lodge at like maybe 5 or 6 years old and being all dressed up and it's don't get your clothes dirty, baby. All this, you know what I'm saying? I remember those things as a kid. I remember how everybody had a good time and everybody's so much smiling as a man. Now I know what's required. Taking me to that wasn't required. Coming to the Passover. That's required, you understand? And I want my children, I want all the children that's in I.S.U.P.K. that grow up putting on garments. The sisters putting on dresses, getting their hair done, looking modest. I want them to remember those moments. Because that's what it's going to take. You think about the thing that you remember. A lot of them wasn't even required. Think about the time you spent waiting to sit on Santa Claus' lap. That shit wasn't required. Salakia. That wasn't required. You sitting around holding hands and saying Thanksgiving prayer. That wasn't required. You doing a countdown. 10, 9, happy. That wasn't required. How many people lost their lives doing what they thought was required? But you come here and learn the truth. Now you understand what the Lord requires of you and what he's given you. Now you know what's required. You understand? Celebrate them high holy days. Now you know what's required. Going to the Passover. Now you know what's required. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Now you know what's required. Being a brother. Now you know what's required. Being a sister. Now you know what's required. Nigga, stop wasting time. You don't have long. We don't have long, God. Tell you can leave here tomorrow. Wouldn't you want to know what's required? If you want a job, don't you want to know what's required? So don't you know if you following a leader that don't know what's required and changing the things that are required, don't you know he gonna get many stripes? Telling the congregation, no, you know, you don't know how to do it. How he said, much polygamy. How you said, Kawhi, how you said it today? Much polygamy. You're changing what the Lord done already laid out for his house, You're going to get them many stripes. Okay. We good? Go ahead and finish reading that Bible show.
Come on, sir. It says, and to whom many have committed much, of him they will ask the more.
Right. So what does that mean? The more you pour into this thing, the more people are going to say, I know you can give more, man. I know you can give more. That's a burden. Why? Because the truth, knowing the truth is a burden. Huh? Ain't nothing in this life easier. You can't tell me like, you knowing what the truth is, that will make your burden easy. Now you know, like, you know what I'm saying? You conflicted with everything you do. You see something around, you be like, oh man, damn, she fine as hell. Woo. I'm going to holler at her. She mess around. Hey, Sluggy, since you got a man, yeah, I got a man, but we ain't on good terms. I just look and laugh. Oh, good terms, huh? Lord be with you. Huh? Hope y'all get better. Oh, huh? Cause crazy as hell, man. They be like, something wrong with him. Yeah, it is. I know what's required. Huh? I know it ain't playtime. You want me on top of it, you better learn to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. What you want me to tell you? That's required, huh? Because we talking about leaving the household or leading the household as a brother. That's what you have to have. That's the type of sister that you want to have. Why would you waste your time chasing something that's not going to listen to you? She gonna be a demon for every man she ever come across. It's wasting time. And we hear this all the time. Brothers squandering their life away chasing sisters, watching internet and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, just wasting so much time not knowing what's required. So many of us just looking for something that we can put our hands on and really grasp, because the church has been lying. They don't want to touch Christianity because they know it's fake. Not nobody going to the church. You know what your pastor doing. It's not a game anymore. How many more videos do we need to see of pastor lying to the congregation? How many more Rolls Royces and Ferragamo shoes that we need to see that the pastor has and we don't have it? The truth is right in your face. And we all got the same demeanor nowadays. Like, we don't know what's coming. You understand? When the vid came out, we was all messed up. And nobody knew what was going on. Scared of everything. Nigga sneezed the wrong way. You was, Lord, please don't let me down. Nigga cough. It's just, why you feel that way? Because oftentimes we all know you're not doing what's required. Brothers in here, we were showing up to the Passover. We didn't give a damn what happening. We didn't give a damn what was happening, Quadon. Brothers told me, man, hey, if I deserve whatever happened to me. We don't have time. Drop that. Let me get the book of Matthew 18 and 23, Bob, for sure. This is where we have to be. We're going to read this story real quick. I like to read little stories so we can get down on it. Is it 18 and 23? Is it Matthew 18 and 23? Yeah, it's about the king. Y'all heard this one? The king and the servant. I like to talk about this one because it's like oftentimes we get caught up in trying to hold somebody's feet to the fire when we're not doing what we're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing what's required of you, but yet instead you want to beat down everybody else. you don't understand what you're supposed to be doing. And once you understand it, now you're trying to take advantage of somebody else. I'm doing this because this is something that we've done in the history, and we're talking about fixing the issues that we have as Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. This is something that we have to get away from. That's why it's in the scriptures for us to learn from it. Turn it down just a little bit, Cordell. I know it's gonna be loud. Check. Come on with it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 23. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants. Verse 24.
Now, the kingdom of heaven, and this was about a brother who would, let me break it down. Break it up. He would check his ledger, his accounting ledger, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what a ledger is? Or accounting records. You know, everybody know it. Like he doing the audits, if I may. You understand? These are all terms that have to do with financial stability or financial assistance. Am I saying that right? Okay. I don't know. All right, let's go.
Verse 24. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents.
So when we look at this record, how much did this brother owe him?
10,000 talents.
That's a whole lot of money. You get a chance to look up talents, you'll understand it's not pennies. It's equivalent to a lot of bread. You understand? You look up talents, and if somebody can look it up real quick, we'll come back to it so we can get to it. We can show the differences, Bible can show. But it was some bread that his brother owed the king. You understand? Read on.
Verse 25. But for as much as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold.
So he said, damn, you know what? Since you ain't pay me, then I'm gonna sell you. I'm gonna give you somebody else so you can work, so you can do that thing. I'm gonna get my money back for you, if I may. Go ahead.
And his wife.
And your wife.
And children.
And children.
And all that he had.
Right. And everything he had. So that mean what? I gotta get my value out of you because I'm short. I gotta get this thing back, right? Read on.
And payment to be made. Verse 26. The servant therefore fell down and worshiped him, saying.
He did what?
Fell down and worshiped him, saying.
Go ahead.
Lord, have patience with me.
Have what?
Have patience with me.
Man, I'm gonna pay you back, man. I'm gonna get you back. I promise. Don't do this right now, man. I'm going through a lot right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going, man. Hey, I just ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was doing the right thing, but I was not doing what I wasn't doing what was required. Come on, man. Just take it easy on me, man. Don't do this right now. Not in front of my wife and kids, man. How would you feel? You say, man, you know what, man? Don't worry about what we thinking. Let's see what the Bible said. This is Yahweh speaking, right? You know he gonna give a clean example of this right here, right? Come on.
And I will pay thee all. Verse 27.
He said what?
And I will pay thee all.
He said, I'm gonna pay you back. Just give me some time. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Verse 27. Then the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion.
He was what?
Moved with compassion.
Oh, man. You know what, man? I believe you. I'm moved with it. I understand how hard it is out here nowadays, and I know you're going through a lot. I see your family, you have a beautiful family, and I understand that it's just rough on you, and I know you're gonna pay me back. You said it. I see the look on your face. You my brother, man. I got you. I love you, man. I got you. I'm here for you. Whatever you need, just take care of your family. Just come back and try to make this thing right. Right? Read on.
Come. And loosed him.
Yeah, he let it go, right? Go ahead.
And forgave him the debt. Verse 28.
So that's fair, right? He understood what was required as a brother. You understand? Because for you to give somebody that much money, you understood that you had already been given a lot, right? So who much is given, much I got. You know what? It's all right. I got you. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Verse 28.
But
the same servant went out.
Hold on. Say that again.
But the same servant went out.
But this same servant, come on.
And found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence.
Okay, he owed him 100 pence, right? So the first one we said, how much he owed? He owed 10,000 talents, right? But this brother owed him how much?
100 pence.
100 pence. That's like a big difference. So hey, that's a monkey out we found yet what the talents is in the pence. Well, how much is the talents?
It just said Salakia. A form of weight and unit of currency used especially by the ancient Romans and the Greeks.
Okay. So we know this once again for old, you get what I'm going? But we were using currency up under who? The Romans and the Greeks. Do I need to go in them? But we ain't gonna turn this into that. I could. All right, go ahead.
Cousin. And found one of his servants which owed him 100 pence.
So this is what he found one of the people who what owed him money, right? He's already been what forgiven for what he owed, but now he found a servant that owed him money. So let's see if he does what it required for him, right? Go ahead.
And he laid hands on him.
He did what?
And laid hands on him.
No, he let him go.
And he laid hands on him.
He lays hands on him. Come on.
And took him by the throat.
He took him by the what?
And took him by the throat.
Hey, nigga, don't you owe me something? Don't you owe me something, boy? Huh? When you gonna pay me my money? And then what he did, he took him by the throat. What else he did?
Pay me that thou owest.
Pay me what you owe me, boy. Give it up. I know you got it. Payday, nigga. Look at your pockets. Huh? Go ahead.
And verse 29. And his fellow servant fell down at his feet.
So he done fell down at his feet. Come on.
And besought him, saying, have patience with me.
Have patience with me. Come on.
And I will pay thee off.
So he essentially did the same thing that he just did. Man, have patience with me, man. I'm going through a lot right now. The bills due. Kids need shoes. They getting ready to go back to school. I get a book bag. I need to buy some new tires for my car. I just ain't got it right now, bro. Have some patience with me. I'll get you straight. Right? Read on.
Verse 30. And he would not.
And he what?
And he would not.
He would not have any patience with this brother. Read on.
But went and cast him into prison till he should pay the debt.
So now, not only did he not forgive the brother, he took him to the people like taking somebody to court and say, yeah, man, I loaned this brother $30. He ain't paid me back my money yet. Well, now you got to go. Now you got to go into a program to work that money off, right? So he didn't do what was required. He was thinking about what he could get. He was thinking about what it said. What it said, beating the manservants. You see what I'm saying? That's him. Now you think our king wasn't pleased with that, treat your brother like that. How do you know he should have done that? Because the other brother did it for him. You recognize what you want done for you, but when it's time for you to give it to somebody else, you don't want to give that same courtesy. You want what you want it back right now, but you want to be forgiven for every damn thing. And that's sometimes that happened in Israel. You want the Most High to forgive you for every damn thing. You've been a tyrant your entire goddamn life. As soon as somebody do something to you, it's like, oh, I can't stand these niggas. You ain't giving them the same chance, but you want the Lord to give you that chance. You'll grab somebody up by the throat to get yours. You won't forgive them to get yours. You'll be mad at them your entire life to get yours. But the Lord's got to wait on his. You tell the Most High to be patient. Be patient with me. He ain't done with me yet. That's what you said. Huh? That's what you say. But you want yours right now, though, don't you? Okay. Read on.
Verse 31. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry and came and told unto their Lord all that was done.
So you got people watching it. It's like somebody watching somebody do somebody wrong, man. You don't do nobody wrong. Somebody gonna see you, The Lord is gonna see how you're treating other brothers. He's gonna see you how you're treating other sisters. And guess what? And when the report goes back, okay. Hope you understand what's happening. So they went back and told the brother that already forgiven him for the 10,000 talents, right? Read on.
Verse 32. Then his Lord, after that, he had called him and said unto him, O thou wicked servant.
You a wicked servant. What made him wicked, Quadon?
Salagi, sir, he not forgiving, the brother or the fellow servant what his Lord forgave him for.
Yeah. That's wicked as hell. Read on.
I forgave thee all that debt because thou desirest me. Verse 33. Shouldest not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow servant,
right?
Even as I have pity on thee?
That's a question. Should you not have pity on? I had pity on you. Don't you supposed to get somebody else pity? Right. That is what's required. Right? Read on.
Verse 34. And his Lord was wroth and delivered to him tormentors. And delivered him to the tormentors till he should pay all that was due unto him.
It's like the bookies. So don't want to show up and I'm just gonna break your finger real quick. Yeah, you better hurry up and get that money. Right. Now you about to be what? Tormented, right? Read on.
Verse 35. So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you, if ye from your hearts forgive not everyone his brother their trespasses.
This is a history class. Forgive your brother. Right. Forgive your sister. Do what is required because we've been given a lot. Right. Don't none of us know when we're going to take our last breath. None of us know our last conversation. Like we can't sit around and pretend like all of us know when that first watch coming, the second or the third watch coming. But I can say this, according to what I know, because the Lord has given us a lot, there's a lot that is required of us. You can't just get a bare minimum, man. And oftentimes, the bare minimum don't mean run around trying to please some man. The bare minimum you can't run around and try to please some woman. Because whatever that you give to them is probably never going to be enough. I just want everybody to understand that no matter what you give to them, it's never going to be enough. So the best thing we can do is do your best. But your best has to be where you put your treasures are. Your treasures is where your heart is. Where your heart should be is serving the Lord in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Those has to be it. And it's only one way to do it. And if you're doing it the right way, you'll understand that to whom much is given, much is required. All right. And with that, I'm going to turn the class over to preach the prophet of the Lord, Kwadam Yahweh, the Baba Kushar.
Security announcements. We're the I.S.U.P.K. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Operating under Commander General YAHANNA. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, there are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8 through 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offer for priests not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is the Feast of, not First Fruit. Feast of Memorial blowing the trumpets. The Feast of Memorial blowing the trumpets will be held on September the 15th. It will be start at sundown. It says to get all with look on your bulletin boards and stuff like that for the upcoming events. I think August the 27th is a Harlem cookout. But check on your bulletin boards for all the Harlem cookouts. Tune into all the social medias we have. Let a Hebrew speak, America on Fire, Chain Breakers, and things of that such. If anyone want to be a trooper to school to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf, with that, I admonish men to stand. Men just stand. Sisters remain seated. Baba Kasah. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Imam Barak,
Yahweh Shimmy Al-Shah Brakathum.
Yahweh Shimmy Al-Shah Brakathum.
Yahya Matah. Sar, minute turn, face the sisters. Minute Slakia. Sisters, I imagine. Minute Israel, we're going to run a one courtesy salute to the sisters. Minute Israel, Imam Shabbat. I imagine. Barak.
Yahweh Shemal Atah Shimmy Al-Shah.
Yahya Matah. Class dismissed.